to sing them together and to pull together. And the project that has been very much front and center for me has been something called Better Angels. And that is an effort to bring Republicans and Democrats together who might otherwise want to keep about 100 miles away from one another rather than talk and humanize each other. It's a brilliant, brilliant effort, and it takes away the mythology that the stereotypes that have been drawn are accurate or fair. And I've almost finished a documentary that was made in the second meeting of these 8 Democrats and Republicans. Now they have a dozen every weekend all over the country, and it will spread. And the reason that this is so important, when you see it, you'll see not just that it happens, but how it happens, and how it happens that they discover that the people that they thought they couldn't approach or talk to and expect reasonable responses, that everybody there was a basically good person. I'm not saying there aren't crazies, and there are on both sides of the fence. A little more level on my voice, please, David. Thank you. Yes. And so, to me, there is too much. The reason that it's so important is that if we allow ourselves to be divided, we are duplicating the very model that preceded the advent of tyrannical regimes in history. If we are together, we can stand together for the things that we mutually care about and against the things that we mutually feel are wrong, rather than voting for or not voting for that force that divides us. So, in that sense, I'm hopeful that you'll see it, or go to betterangels.org, and when you see the documentary, you'll see me singing "This Land Is Your Land" with the head of the Tea Party from Lebanon, Ohio, who's a country singer, and you'll say, "You have lost your mind," or you will say, "Well, maybe he's seen something that we should learn about." I think the latter is probably more the case. The children are listening. The children are listening. We say something cruel and harsh, they will do the same. The children are listening. The children are listening. If they grow up to be bullies, we'll have ourselves to blame. David, raise the overall level a teeny bit, please. When I come to the children are listening, please sing with me. The children are listening once again. The children are listening. If we say something cruel and harsh, they will do the same. The children are listening. The children are listening. If they grow up to be bullies, we'll have ourselves to blame. You know, miracles can happen even on the darkest day, when we fear that all is lost and that hope has gone astray. Sometimes we drop our weapons when the price we pay is too great, when the damage to the ones we love is greater than our hate. Well, it's time to come together across the dividing lines for the children who are suffering with the pain in these our times. It's not just ridicule and taunts and bullying by their peers. Grown-ups who rage and hate-filled words are ringing in their ears. The children children are listening. If we say something cruel and harsh, they will do the same. The children are listening. The children are listening. If they grow up to be bullies, we're gonna have ourselves to blame. Bigotry and hatred still hang heavy in the air. They poison children's hearts and minds and leave them in despair. But if we defeat these demons that keep us so far apart, love and true forgiveness can begin to heal our hearts. Well, the healing won't be easy, because the pain we've caused runs deep. The injury that we have caused, we fear one day we'll reap. But if we stand together and with one voice at last raise our voices in peace and love, this painful time will pass. The children are listening again. The children are listening. If we say something cruel and harsh, they will do the same. The children are listening. The children are listening. If they grow up to be boys, we'll have ourselves to blame. There is no doubt that increasingly the world has grown unfair, and for some just plain survival takes more than they can bear. But when we attack each other, we play the enemy's game, and we fail to see that across the line the suffering's much the same. We can defeat this enemy if we recognize its face. Let the hatred that divides us finally be erased. Let's finally stand together, and with one voice loud and clear, let our songs of healing be the ones that our children hear. The children are listening. The children are listening. If we say something cruel and harsh, they will do the same. The children are listening. The children are listening. If they grow up to be bullies, we'll have ourselves to blame. The children are listening. Our children are listening. If we say something kind and loving, they'll do the same. Our children are listening. Our children are listening. If they treat them with respect and kindness,